I'm John Congemi here with the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores. And Brian, day one of the off-season program, how good was it to see the guys back in the building?
There was a lot of excitement in the building today, and in this room when we had the guys back in here. So the coaches were excited, the players were excited, I was excited. I think we got off to a good start as far as talking about the things we want to do and our goals here moving forward. So I thought it was a really good start.
You mentioned the energy in the building, the excitement in the building. What was it like for you? First time in front of these men, your team, as head coach of the Miami Dolphins?
That was exciting. I was fired up about it, to be quite honest. Again, like I've said, in the past, I'm fortunate and it's humbling to have this opportunity. So I don't take it for granted. It was great to get up in front of the group and talk to them about my vision for this team, for this program, and this phase one.
You mentioned phase one. There's not a whole lot that the entire coaching staff can do. It's basically strength and conditioning, and then the players get to meet with some of the coaches. What do you think can get accomplished during this time?
I think a lot can get accomplished. I think every day counts. That's what we talked about today. Everything you do, strength training, conditioning, nutrition, getting on a routine, it's all important. Routine to me is important to building consistency. I want those guys to talk to them about having a game plan every day, and having a structure every day. So I think that resonated with them. I think a lot of them are already on a good routine, and hopefully we can build and build and build. And that's what this is. It's a time to build individually, because that's really what it is. Look, we got to start with the individual before we can work on the team. So I think they understand that. So individually, we want them to all, get better and improve in every area right now. And I think it was a good start.
I think it's important what you say about building blocks. You want this to be a team, but you have to build each of those pieces of the puzzle to get there. What can the coaches in their meetings accomplish? Is it scheme? Is it expectations? Is it a little bit of everything going towards your ultimate goal?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think the expectations for how we want them to take notes, how we want them to watch film. I think to set those expectations high. That was I know that definitely came out today from our coaching staff and from myself as well. I think there's a lot that the players can do from now until we get out to the practice field to help this team, to help themselves individually improve, and we talked about that at length today. And I would say this, just from with the coaches, those expectations. But we're big on fundamentals. We're big on, and that's really what this time of year is. It's about fundamentals. It's about basic information. It's about learning the system, at the ground level, because the foundation's not right. Then the house falls down.
Right. You can't go from 0 to 100 in the first off season. You want to be able to set that foundation. And talking about meeting expectations, just meeting different players on this team. I'm sure you've spoken to a lot of guys, but today might have been the first time you met some of the players on the team. What were you trying to get out of that, and was it kind of cool to sit down with some of your new players?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I certainly haven't met everyone on this team, so that was great today. And that first interaction is an important one to me. And those conversations about where you're from. We'll spend plenty of time talking about the football aspect and them as players, but I think it's important to get to know them as people first.
And I'm sure we're going to get together plenty of times as we lead up to OTAs, when you're on the field, and then training camp, and then the regular season. But I just wanted to say thanks for sharing some insight on the first day of OTAs and phase one, and getting to know your football team and getting the staff around the team. I'm sure it was an exciting day for you.
It was my pleasure.
Thanks for joining us.